Hey friends, Mario Cavallo here. This is going to be a really, really interesting video. I'm looking forward to it. Let's be crystal clear. Let's clear up the confusion right now as to the social media companies which have been banned in China. Google, YouTube, Microsoft, all the related companies, social media platforms are not banned in China. There are hundreds of American and European multinational companies doing business in China. Remarkably, China lets them do business here. Literally, trillions of dollars, millions of employees. And do you know how it is that those companies do business here? They register and operate their business in compliance with Chinese law. They follow the law. What a surprise. Now, personally, I could name at least a dozen companies over the years, business people who've come to me and said, I want to do business in China. How can we do that? And they're interested. And then in the end, they don't for any number of reasons. They didn't want to follow the law. They didn't want to follow certain rules and regulations and policies, or the amount of investment was higher than they thought it was going to be. These are all normal business things. Likewise, there's lots of companies, Chinese and otherwise, business people who go to other countries, including the United States, European countries, Australia, name a country, to do business, to start a business, investigating how to do that. And in the end, they decide not to do business there in the United States or Germany or wherever, right or wrong. So let me ask you a question. Do you have an axe to grind or hate General Motors, General Electric, Dow Chemical, Coca-Cola, because, sugar's bad for you? And amongst the most famous open platforms in the world doing business in China, LinkedIn. My LinkedIn news and business feed is a wealth of information. Plus, I know it's a major HR employment recruitment tool as well. So what's the problem? And the answer is, there isn't any problem. I've never read anyone post a comment complaining that LinkedIn was doing business in China. Nobody cares. And nor should anyone in America complain about lots of Chinese companies or other companies or TikTok doing business there, because they're doing business by the law. Literally tens of thousands of foreign brand companies are operating in the United States because they're allowed to, because they went there and registered and are in full compliance with the laws of doing business in the United States, or they wouldn't be there doing business. And tens of thousands of foreign brand companies in China are doing the exact same thing. And they have been for decades. Google and YouTube are just two companies who choose not to do business in China because they don't want to follow some laws that they don't like. Too bad. And that part's not actually true even, because they would start doing business in China tomorrow, except they would be attacked by extremist activists protesting to try and destroy their company, like boycotting and all this stuff. So it's not worth the hassle, so they don't, which again leaves me wondering why nobody complains about LinkedIn and all these other tens of thousands of foreign companies doing business in China. It's just business. Are you going to start protesting Coca-Cola and Dow Chemical because they do business in China? I don't think so. Well, and if you are, you shouldn't be watching this video. Let me be clear. Here's another controversial example. Huawei. It's not about what data of yours they want. It's about what data of yours the NSA wants. Google, Microsoft, Facebook, and all the rest are American companies with servers. And by US law, they give the NSA access to your data. The NSA expected Huawei to do the same. Huawei said no to that marriage, and here we are. Now, I'm against all of this political divisive nonsense. I'm like many of you. I'm deeply dismayed and disheartened by what's going on, and that it would come from some of the highest leaders of the land, including the president. If it's just business competition, fine. You're all big boys and billionaires. Battle it out the way businessmen do. Engage diplomacy as it's meant to be, but that's not what's happening. Bold-faced lies, smear campaigns, bullying, intentional coordinated attacks to defame, dehumanize, and destroy China and Chinese companies. Here's the worst part: to turn individual people's emotions against all things Chinese. And even blaming China for the virus outbreak, even though we know it has several original sources. Even the famous, ridiculously credible Pasteur Institute found strains of coronavirus originating in France, and also notes unequivocally the virus could not possibly be man-made. My name is Mario Cavallo, and this is what Mario's Warriors is all about. Defending and explaining China with reason and truth, using our minds, our intelligence. That's it for today. Please follow me on my YouTube channel and Twitter if you're not already. Stay tuned for 2 new videos that are coming. In the next few days, the Mario's Warriors launch of my 3rd book on China. That's coming too. Join our community, which is being created for your benefit, to give you as well the knowledge and the tools and the resources and the communications to be able to defend and explain China with truth and with reason. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you next time.